Hi, good evening everyone. This is Shefali Singla, and in the session we are going to discuss the concepts of relational algebra. Very good evening, Kanchan. So guys, quickly give me the confirmation if the audio and the video is fine. बेटा फटाफट से confirmation दे दो so that we can start with the concept. So as you already know that in the YouTube sessions we are just covering the concepts and the previous year questions will be handled in the master class. So in this session we will be just talking about the various operators which are used for writing the queries and how those operators are working, and after that we will be having 3 hours break, like YouTube session will finish by 5 p.m. and then at 8 p.m. we will be having a master class. Okay, so फटाफट से confirmation दे दो. I haven't got any confirmation yet. So in our syllabus, basically there are three query languages. One is the relational algebra, relational calculus, and SQL. Majority questions have been asked on the basis of relational algebra and SQL, but calculus say you can be asked a question, but there is a very rare chance. But anyhow, we'll cover that concept as well. We have two types of relational calculus: tuple relational calculus and domain relational calculus, TRC and DRC. Can somebody tell me that what are query languages or for what purpose we are using the query languages? It's just the overview and introduction to the query languages. Query is something like we are asking something. It's just like asking a question. Okay, जब आप किसी से क्वेश्चन पूछते हो तो यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग सम आंसर फॉर द सेम, बट आंसर कब मिलेगा? जब क्वेश्चन समझ में आएगा. Correct? Now in query languages, now system say we want to get some data. Okay, we have stored the data in the database. Now I want to retrieve the data, or I want to insert new data, or I want to give some commands to the database. So database cannot understand our language. General English language में अगर आपको instruction दोगे, computer or database won't understand that language. So in order to communicate our query, there is a requirement of the query language. Correct? Now these query languages are giving the commands to the database. तो commands होती हैं like creation of the database, table create करवाना है, you might be interested in altering the database and to delete the database. These are the queries related to the table itself. दूसरी कैटेगरी हमारे पास आती है, that is known as the data manipulation languages. Data manipulation means जो हमने टेबल में डेटा स्टोर करवाया है, we want to manipulate that data. डेटा को कैसे मैनिपुलेट करेंगे? by inserting the new data, by updating the existing data, or by deleting the existing data, like that. So when the query is related to the data, that comes under the category of data definition language, data manipulation language. And when the query is related to the relation or to a table itself, that comes under the category of data definition language. Very good evening, Shubham. Okay, now we have to cover the concept of relational algebra that we'll be covering today. Relational algebra, relational calculus, and then we have structured query language, that is SQL. Structured query language. First of all, anyone having any idea that what is the difference between relational algebra and SQL? अगर हम operators की बात करते हैं, the way of writing the query is different. So in relational algebra we are using the operators like selection operator, projection operator, cross product, division operator, rename operator, etc. So here we are using few operators, whereas in relational calculus we are using the propositional logics like for all, there exist, universal operator is used, existential operator is used, whereas in SQL we uses the concept of the clauses like select, from, where, etc. Lot many clauses are there, where, etc. We'll talk about all these clauses in detail and the rules related to these clauses. Now my question is, what is the difference between relational algebra, relational calculus and SQL? Any idea? Try to be the active listener. Active listener means from your side the participation is equally important. Let me give you a hint. The major difference comes on the basis of elimination of duplicates or duplicate values. Under which query languages the duplicates are automatically deleted and are not deleted? Come on, hurry up. So in relational algebra and relational calculus, when we are executing a query, duplicate values are automatically deleted. Duplicates are automatically deleted. Whereas in case of SQL query always returns the duplicate values. अगर duplicate results आ रहे, it returns the duplicate values, returns duplicates. अगर हमें सिर्फ distinct values चाहिए, if we don't want the duplicates, then we have a clause that is the distinct clause. Okay, for example, I want to get different names, so I'll be writing select distinct name from जो भी table है, जिस भी table पे आप query execute कर रहे हो. So this is the clause used to get the distinct values, whereas in relational algebra and relational calculus, by default it eliminates the duplicates. Another common point between these query languages is that these queries are executed on a table and they are returning the result in the form of the table. Okay, तो जो भी आप queries execute करते हो, these queries will be executed on a table और जो result आएगा that will also be in the table format. So this is the overview of the query languages. I'm not going into much depth because I want to cover the basic concepts of relational algebra in today's session. Is this clear? Any query till this point? At least you guys can give the confirmation, right? Passive listeners. Okay, so relational algebra is nothing but this query is composed by using a collection of operators. We have seen that, like we have the selection operator, projection operator, multiplication, division, union, difference, set difference, intersection. So like this, we are having various operators which are going to execute a query. Every operator in the algebra accepts, क्या accept करेगा? हर operator के लिए, हर query के लिए, what is the input? That is the table instance. So every operator in the algebra accepts relational instances as arguments and returns जो result आएगा query का, that will also be in the form of the relational instance. Every relational query describes a step-by-step procedure for computing the desired answer based on the order in which the operators are applied in the query. So basically, whatever operator is applied first of all, that will be executed, then the next operator, like that. So this is a step-by-step procedure. So this is about the basics of relational algebra, and we know that the duplicates are by default eliminated from the result. Guys, those who are following this session for the first time, we have an official Telegram group, that is Shefali Ma'am Testbook, in which I'll be sharing the PDF of all the YouTube sessions. इससे पहले वाले sessions की PDF already मैं share कर चुकी हूँ. So if you have not joined this Telegram group, you can join it by searching Shefali Ma'am Testbook, or you can go to the link, go to the description of this session. Description में you will be getting the link of the Telegram group. आप वहां से भी join कर सकते हो, or simply you can search for it. And apart from that, in case if you have any doubts or queries, you have the access to write or post your queries in the Telegram group. So feel free to post your doubts, and also you can directly interact with me. Quiz and polls will also be conducted in the group so that you guys can keep track of your preparation. Okay. All right. So, throughout our session, we will be covering the queries, various operators, and definitely will get more clarity when we have some example. So, I'll be considering these relational instances. So, the sample database is containing three relations: sailors, boats, and reserves. With the attribute, sailor is having four attributes: SID, name, SID, name, rating, and age. Similarly, boats is also having three attributes: boat ID, boat name, and color. Reserves is having the attributes boat ID, sailor ID, and day. जो underline किया हुआ है, that is representing the key for that relation. Okay, let me tell you one important thing. Whatever concepts I'll be discussing, whatever examples I'm taking, or जो हम theory cover कर रहे, if you want to read this in detail, so I'm covering this concept from, for query languages, I'm referring to the book that is Database Management. You can search for this. Free PDF is also available. So reference is Database Management System by Raghu Ramakrishnan. Okay, this is really a very good book which covers the concepts of query languages in a well structured manner, and enough number of exercise questions are there, and exercise questions are up to the gate level. So if you have solved the exercise of relational algebra, relational calculus, and SQL from Raghu Ramakrishnan, you need not to worry in the exam. You will be able to handle all the query languages questions. Okay, so this is the reference. It's really a very good book for query languages. तो ये तीनों topics के लिए you can refer to this book. I guess in this book it's chapter number 4 and 5. Okay, for each subject it's not like there is one standard book for gate preparation. So it's always a good idea to cover the concept from different books wherever it is elaborated in a more structured and well mannered way. Okay, so query languages ke liye, this is my suggestion. If you can read chapter 4 and chapter 5, I guess chapter 5 is related to the SQL concepts, and chapter 4 may it the concepts of relational algebra and relational calculus are covered. Okay, so I hope yahan tak koi doubt nahi hai. Yes. So this is the database. I have taken this sample database from Raghu Ramakrishnan only. So here we have three relations: sailors, boats, and reserves. And with these are the attributes. And this is the instance of the sailors relation S1. This is the instance 2 of the sailors relation S2. And this is the reserves table. Reserves, instance of the reserves table, SID, BID, and day. Now let's move to the first set of operators, that is the selection operator. So a selection operator, as the name itself suggests, that it is going to select some data from the relational instance जो भी as input दिया है. Selection किसके basis पे होती है? On the basis of some condition. So this gives you a hint that when we are using a selection operator, we need to define some condition. Selection operator is represented with the symbol. This is selection, and we have to select, we have to apply some condition in order to select some tuples. Condition किसके ऊपर apply करनी है? We need to mention that because in the database lot many relations are there, lot many relation instances are there. So we need to specify here on which table we want to apply this condition. So this is the syntax for selection operator. This is the table name. So it specifies, ye kya karega selection operator, it will apply the condition which we have mentioned here on each tuple of a table. and the tuple which satisfies this condition, it will return that particular tuple. जो condition satisfy करेगा, that will be included in the result. If the condition is not satisfied, then that tuple will be deleted from the table. So it specifies the tuples to retain, means कौन से tuples रखने हैं through a selection condition. This is the position, this is the point where we are going to mention the condition. In general, the selection condition is a Boolean combination, an expression using the logical connectives or an and. So if you want to provide more than one condition, then obviously we need to use some logical connectives, like either the first condition should be true or second condition. So in that case, we will be using the or operator. And if we want, if we are providing two conditions, both the conditions should be true, then we will be using AND operator. And for the comparison purpose, we can use the comparison operator like less than, equal to, not equal to, greater than, equal to. So how we can write the condition? I can write the condition like select, and here we have the instance. For example, I want to apply the condition here where rating is greater than 8. I want to project the names. Okay, projection we have not done. So I just want to select the rows where a rating is greater than 8. So select from the relational instance S2. Condition is rating is greater than 8. So what it will be returning? यहाँ पे हमने सिर्फ condition दी है कि जहाँ पे rating greater than 8 है, only those tuples will be taken. So here it will take the rating. Rating is 9. 9 is greater than 8. Yes, so this tuple will be selected. Rating is greater than 8. No, this won't be selected. Rating is greater than 8. No, this won't be selected. Rating is greater than 8. Yes, this will be selected. So we have not used the projection operator. It will be returning SID, SName, rating, and age. So result will be returned in the form of a relational instance only, SID, SName, rating, and age. In the result, there will be two tuples. Tuples here are, it's 28, yippee, 28, yippee, rating was 9, and age is 35.0. Here, the rating was 10, age was 35.0. Let's see what was the SID and the SName. It's 58 and Rusty. 58 and Rusty. Is this clear? This is the very first operator. If you have understood the execution order or the way how we are writing the query under relational algebra, same process we will be following in SQL. Just the difference is, instead of using the operators, we will be writing the query with the help of the clauses. Selection clear है? नाम से ही समझ में आ रहा है. Selection means on the basis of some condition we want to select few tuples. Simple. Next one is the projection operator. Projection operator is, sometimes we are interested in just returning the name of the sailors whose rating is greater than 8. Or for example, if we have the student database, I want to get the name of the student who has got more than 90% marks. Okay, so I just want to get the names or the roll number of the student. But student table में lot of information is there, like the student roll number, student name, age, mobile number or the contact number, address, Aadhaar number, and so on. So I'm not interested in projecting all the information. I just want to get the data of selected columns. For that, we have the projection operator. Projection operator is represented by the symbol project. कौन से table से project करवाना है? Because lot many tables are there. So here we need to mention the relation, from which relation we want to project the columns. And here we will be providing a list of columns. List of columns, कौन से columns project करवाने. Okay, so projection operator allows us to extract columns from a relation. This is the syntax for the projection operator. Let us execute a query. For example, I want to project the name and rating from the relational instance S2. Okay, so that means the resultant table will be returning only the name and rating of the sailors, because I just want to project two columns, name and rating. So in S2, how many tuples were there? There were 4 tuples, so we'll be getting here 4. S name and rating has to be returned, so it's Yuppie, Lubber, Guppy and Rusty, 9, 8, 5, 10, right? 9, 8, 5, 10, Yippee, Luber, Guppy and Rusty. So these are projected. Is this clear? Yes? Now, in this case, we have said that projection operator automatically eliminates the duplicates. And let's see, यहाँ पे कोई duplicates नहीं थे, so it's not giving the proper instance. So let's say we want to project the age from the sailors instance, that is S2. How many ages, different ages are there? It's 35, 55, 35 and 35. So basically here when we are projecting the age, it will be just returning age. 35 हमारे पास 3 times आ रहे हैं, but here it will be returned only once, because by default it's the property of the relational algebra that by default it eliminates the uh, duplicate values. So 35 was coming for 3 times. So तीनों बार entry नहीं आएगी resultant relational instance में. The entry will be coming up only for once. So here is the note for your reference. In relational algebra and calculus, duplication elimination is always done. हमेशा duplicates delete होंगे, so that the relations are always sets of tuples. Is this clear? How this note is working, is this clear? Here is the example for the same. Guys, quickly give me the confirmation. Now, if I want to modify this, here we were just getting the projection of this query. Now, let us assume that I want to project S name and rating. आप mix करके भी लिख सकते हो. You can obviously use more than one operator. I want to project the name and the rating of the sailors whose rating is greater than 8. So first of all, what I'm doing is I'm selecting the rows where the rating is greater than 8 from the relational instance S2, and we have got the result for the same. Now from this relation, I want to project only the name and the rating. So it will be returning the answer as, I hope that it's not going behind my image, but actually it is going. That's okay. I guess image is covering a lot of space. Okay, so now I want to project, I don't want to return all the attributes of the relation. I just want to project the name and rating from the resultant table. That is coming from the above query. Rating is greater than 8 on S2. So inner query का result already आपके पास आ चुके हैं. From this, I just want to project 2 columns. So final result will be S name, and here we have rating. It's Yippee with the rating 9 and Rusty with the rating 10. Make sense? Next set of operators are the set operators, in which we have the union operator, intersection operator and set difference. There are few conditions to apply the set operators. That is, first of all, to apply these operators, we need two instances, two relations, and the condition is these operators will work if both the relations are union compatible. अगर आपके पास relations union compatible हैं, only then we can apply these operators on the relational instances. Now, union compatible is nothing but this indicates that the number of attributes in both the relations should be same, and attributes may or may not be having the same name, but the domain of the respective attributes should be same. What I mean by this point, if the first attribute is of data type integer, then second relational instance ka bhi first attribute should be integer. If the second attribute is of in like having the data type like string, so second instance maybe second attribute, second column should have the data type string. So that is the meaning of the union compatible. पहली चीज number of attributes same होने चाहिए and the corresponding fields should have the same domains. Okay. So our union is, first of all, we are talking about the union compatible. Our union is returns a relational instance containing the tuples that occur. Union का मतलब क्या होता है? If it occurs in either of the relation, then that will be included in the result. Intersection means if it is present in both the relations, then it will be taken in the result. And set difference means if it is S1 minus S2, that means if it is present in the first instance but not in the second one, then it will be taken. So here union means अगर दो instance आपने लिए हैं, for example I'm writing S1 union S2, you know that for Sailor's relation I have taken two instances, so I want to execute the query like S1 union S2. This will be union compatible because दोनों ही instances Sailor's relation के number of attributes are same and the domain of the corresponding fields is also same. So here we will be having the entries which are either present in S1 or present in S2, okay, or in both. So R and S must be union compatible and the schema of the result is defined to be identical to the schema of R. Schema means structure. Will be same for the resultant table as well. Two relational instances are said to be union compatible. This is very, very important because if both the relations are not union compatible, then we cannot use union, intersection or set difference. So two instances are said to be union compatible if they have same number of fields, यानी कि same number of attributes are हैं, and the fields जिस order में आपने fields लिए हैं left to right, they have the same domain. Okay, is this clear? Now let us execute this query. To execute the query, obviously we need to have the instance. So let's go to the relation where we took the instance. Okay, so let me write the query here itself because it's going to be difficult अगर एक एक row को हम copy करेंगे. So for 2 minutes, I'm going to hide my image so that we can utilize that space. I hope that's okay for you guys. Okay. So now we can utilize the space. I want to write the query for S1 union S2. So here we have the instance for S1 and here we have the instance for S2. Union means union apply कर सकते हैं. Number of attributes are same. 4 attributes are present in S1, 4 attributes in S2. Domain is also same. तो जो resultant table आएगा उसमें भी आपके पास it will be having the same structure, SID, SName, rating and age. Okay, I'm constructing the resultant table. Now let's start from S1. In S1, first row is having the SID 22, name is Dustin, rating is 7 and age is 45.0. This is not Dustin. I hope this point is clear. What is union? What do I mean by union compatible? So Dustin and next one is Lubo. It's having the SID 31 rating is 8, 55.5, then is 58, rusty, 10 and 35.0. ये तीनों tuples आ गए. Next go to S2. So S2 is in first tuple is having the SID 28. पहले 28 ID नहीं आई है, so we'll include this in the result 9, 35.0. Right? Then is with the ID 31, this is already included. That means this is present in both the relations, so it will be included in the result of intersection. Then is with the ID 44, that is not present in first relational instance, so it will also be included in the result, and it's 35.0. Then is 58, this entry is already included, so this will be included in the intersection. This is the result which is obtained after applying the union operator. And similarly, if I have to return the result after applying the intersection, intersection means the tuple has to be a part of both the instances. So we are getting two such kind of tuples here. That is S name, rating, and age. So here SID is common SID in both the tables is 31 and 58. Enter the remaining information 8 and 55.5. And here we are getting rusty 10 and this is 35.0. This is the result after applying the intersection. Intersection means we are just taking the entries which are common in both. Union and intersection clear? So union we have already covered. Next one is intersection. Our intersection is, it will return the relational instance which contains the set of all the tuples that occur in both the relational instances R and S. R and S intersection कब ले सकते हैं? When they are union compatible and the schema of the result is defined to be the identical to the schema of R. That means the structure of the relational instance will be same as that of the structure of the input. Okay. Next one is set difference. Set difference basically says that if we are writing that R minus S, this is going to return the tuples which are present in R but not in S. So R minus S returns a relational instance containing all tuples that occur in relational R but not in the relational instance S. So we can apply the set difference only if both are union compatible. Now we have enough space. When they are union compatible, only then we can apply the set difference. Now let us assume that I want to execute S1 minus S2. This indicates that in the relational instance, in the resultant relational instance, we will be having the tuples which are a part of S1 but not in S2. Structure will be the same. So here we'll be having the SID, S name, rating, and age. Let's again refer to the relational instance that we have considered. So I want S1 minus S2. This is S1, this is S2. ऐसी कौन सी tuple है जो S1 में है but S2 में नहीं है? So in S1 we have the SID 22 which is not present in S2. 31 is present in both S1 and S2. 58 is present in both S1 and S2. So there is only one tuple which is a part of the relational instance S1 but not S2. That is 22 distance 745.0. So here we have 22 distant and rating was 7, and what was the age? I guess it was 45.0, right? So this is the result of the set difference. Clear? Makes sense? So this is about the various set operators, that is union, intersection, and set difference, where set difference, union and set difference comes under the basic operators, and intersection is a derived operator. This is a derived operator. Selection, projection, rename, these all are the basic operators, like join, intersection, and division. These are the derived operators. I'll write that in the end. Okay, what are the basic operators and what are the derived operators? Basic operators are which are the mandatory operators which we need to have in order to execute a query. Derived operators are means that result can be obtained by taking a combination of the basic operators. Those are the derived operators, or derived, in other terms we can say that derived operators are derived from the basic operators. Okay. Next one is, this is not under the set operators. This is not a set operator. Next, we have the cross product. Cross product we have already applied. That means we are taking the combination of all the rows with the uh, all the other rows of the other relation. So R into S returns a relational instance whose schema contains all the fields of R followed by the S. यानी कि कितने attributes होंगे? If relation R is having M attributes, M attributes are present in the relation R and N attributes are present in the relation S, then R into S will be having M plus N attributes. R into S will be having M plus N attributes. Once this type of question was also asked in the GATE exam. Okay, so this means that all the attributes of first relation will be entered and followed by the attributes of the second relation. Cross product is sometimes also known as the Cartesian product, and this cross product is also a basic operator. This is also one of the basic operator. Make sense? Now let's take the example. I want to perform S1 into R1. I want to take the cross product of S1 into R1. So in S1, we have 4 attributes, and in R1, this is the instance R1, here we have 3 attributes. So in S1 and R1, how many attributes will be coming up? जब हम S1 का Cartesian product लेंगे with R1, how many attributes will be there in the resultant relation? This is having 4 attributes and 3 attributes. So in total 7 attributes will be there. And the number of tuples will be 3 into 2. Here we have 2 tuples and here we have 3 tuples. Correct? So let's take that as name. So here we need to take. I hope that with the help of example, you are getting more clarity. Yes. So first of all, we'll be having the SID attributes of the relational instance S1, sailors, SID, SName, rating, and age. Then followed by the attributes of the relational instance R1. This was having the SID, boat ID, and D. So 7 attributes we have taken, and the number of rows will be 6. So first row is having the entries like 22, Justin, and its rating was 7 and age was 45.0. SID and boat ID, it's 22, 101, 10, 10, 96. SID is 101, SID was 22, boat ID was 101, 10, 10, 96, whatever it was there. Okay. Similarly, now we'll be taking its combination with the second row of the second entry of the results relation, that is having 11, 12, and 96. 58, 103, 58, 103, and 11, 12, 96. Now take the second row, 31, Luber, 8, and age was 55.5. इसका भी combination किसके साथ लेना है, दोनों entries के साथ. So I'm just copying it from here. 10, 10, 96, 103, 11, 12, and 96. I guess it's going beyond my image. So for next 2 seconds, let us hide this. So this is the entry coming for the second row of the instance sailors, 8 and 55.5. Third row is for the rusty, that is 58, and the rating was 10, 35.0. Both the entries should come 28 and 58, 101, 103, 10, 10, 96, 11, 12, 96. This is for 58, Risty 10, and 35.0. बेसिकली एट्रीब्यूट्स को हम ऐड कर रहे हैं और जो टपल्स है उनको हम मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हैं. इफ इट इज हैविंग x टपल्स, r is having x टपल्स, and in s there are y tuples. If there are y tuples, then we can say that in r into s it will be having x into y tuples. So first relation में 3 tuples were there. In the second relation there were 2 tuples. So in total we are getting 3 into 2, 6 tuples in the result of the cross product. Make sense? Yes. Next one is the rename operator. Sometimes what happens is if rename means we need to provide a different name for the existing attribute or the relation. तो ये कब जरूरत पड़ती है, when the naming conflict is coming up. For example, in the previous relation, here 2 SIDs are coming up. One is coming from the reserves table and other one is coming from the sailors table. तो यहाँ पे naming conflict आ रहा है. So these are the kind of instances where we are interested in renaming the attributes. So sometimes naming conflict arises. It is therefore convenient to be able to give names explicitly to the fields of a relation instance. Relation instance को भी rename कर सकते हो, or to the instance itself. Okay. For example, here we are having we want to provide the separate name for these columns. This is column number 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So आप refer कर सकते हो with the position of the attribute that you want to rename. For example, I want to rename the first column as SID1 and fifth column as SID2. This is what I want to do. कौन से relation में? In S1 into S2. So the way of writing this query is, first of all, the operator for the renaming operator is row, and this is also one of the basic operator. This is one of the basic operator, and here we will simply mention that I want to rename this, and relational instance का नाम हमें रखना है C, and under this the first column, first attribute should be named as SID1 and fifth attribute should be named as SID2. किसमें, कहाँ पे, किसका first और fifth column? Of the result which is stored in S1 into R1. Okay, so this is how we use the rename operator. यहाँ पे हम name provide करते हैं, new names. Okay, and this is, here you provide the relation or the existing name of the attribute, relation name or existing name. So this is the syntax and the example for the rename operator. Any doubt or query? इसमें कोई doubt or query? So next operator is the joins, very, very important. Basically, joins are used when we want to execute a query which is getting the result or which is using the data from more than one table. Okay, or in other terms, we can say that कभी भी ऐसा हम नहीं बोल सकते कि it's always the join of, or we can use the join operator on two different tables. It can be applied on the same table as well. That is possible when we want to do the comparison of one row with the second row of the same table. तो वहां पे हमें cross product लेना पड़ेगा, and join is a derived operator. Joins are the derived operator. This is represented with the symbol, this one. And derived operator means, first of all, if we have two relations on which I want to apply the join operator, so this is nothing but, this can be written as R join is derived from, first of all, we'll be taking the cross product, then we'll be applying the selection operator, and then the projection. And here we know that for the selection operator, we need to mention the condition, and for the projection, here we have list of attributes. So this is the expansion of the join operator. So we have already covered that what is a cross product, what is the selection operator, and what is the projection operator. We do have various types of joins like the natural join, equijoint, and conditional join. There are small difference between these joins. Joins are commonly used to join the information from two or more relations. नाम से समझ में आ रहा है, join means to collect or to join two or more relations, and joins can be defined as the cross product followed by selection followed by projection. This is what I have explained here. Now we'll be talking about different types of joins. First one is the conditional join. Syntax for the conditional join is join with the condition. So name itself suggests that here we have to provide a condition which will be applied on the join. So join operation accepts a join condition C and a pair of relational instances. For example, relational instances R and S. Okay, as arguments, and returns a relational instance as the result. So how this is going to work, let us consider one example. I want to join our S1 and R1. Condition is, for example, दोनों में हमारे पास SID आ रही है, S1 dot SID is less than R1 dot SID or R dot SID. This is accepting two, so if you observe here, S1 and R1 are the two relational instances, and here for this join, this is the condition. This is the condition. So first of all, what we need to do is, this will be executed as, first of all, we need to take the cross product of S1 and R1. And after that, on this, we will be applying the condition. Condition is S1 dot SID is less than R1 dot SID. Yes. And after that, we are projecting the columns. अब यहाँ पे कुछ भी नहीं बताया हुआ है what all columns we need to project. So basically it is going to return all the columns. So let's go to, I'm not writing here the cross product again. I'm just going to apply the condition because already we have checked that. Condition is what? S1 dot SID should be less than R1 dot SID. यहाँ पे देखो कहाँ पे condition satisfy हो रही है. This is SID 1 Is it less than r1.sid? No. SID is less than r1.sid? Yes. Our SID is less? No. SID is less? Yes. SID is less? No. Is it less? No. So basically in the resultant relation, we will be getting two columns, that is with the two tuples, that is second tuple and the fourth tuple. Correct? So let's write down this result. Okay. So here we are getting the result for the query. You can write that result in your notes. SID, S name, rating, age, SID, vote ID, and day. So we were getting two tuples here. Again, it's going beyond the image. Wherever it is hiding the data, I'm switching off my video. Okay. Now hope this is visible. So just two tuples were coming up with the data. SID was 22 and it was for Dustin. Rating is 7, age is 45.0, 58, 103, and it was 11, 12, and 96. Similarly here, the other tuple was 31, Luber, 8, 55.5, 58, 103, and 11, 12, 96. जो दो टपल्स हमने सेलेक्ट किए थे, I have just noted down those tuples here. Okay. This is about the conditional join. Next we have the equijoin. Equijoin is the special case where the condition is solely based on, नाम से समझ में आ रहा है condition क्या होगी? Only equal. That means you cannot use the operators like less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to. Only condition is applied on the equality between the two fields of R and S. अब जब दो fields same आएंगे तो obviously there is a redundancy in the attributes, because two attributes are going to have the same value. So one of the attribute will be automatically defined, and this refinement is known as the equijoin. So let us apply here S1 equijoin with R1. Okay, equi means here the SIDs will be same, is equal to S dot SID. दोनों की SID same होगी. Now, so here the result will be, जहाँ पे equal है, we will be just taking those entries. Can you derive the result? Just go to where we have calculated the cross product. Here it is. So we want the IDs to be same. IDs same कहाँ पे आ रही है? It is in the first row. ID is same. First row, and ID is different, ID is different, ID is different, and in the last row, first and last row, that is for Dustin and Rusty with the SIDs 58. So let's go to the resultant table. So here this is going to return SID, S name, rating, age. अगर हम दोबारा SID लेते, it's of no use. हमने क्या बोला है? There is a refinement because the SID is same. Condition is on same SID. So it will be automatically deleted. So we were getting two tuples here which was satisfying this condition. One was for Dustin and other one was for Rusty. And the rating was 7 and 10 respectively. 45 and 35 was the age. 101, vote ID was 101. And 103. Here we have the same IDs because same ID वाली ही rows हमने select की है, and day is 10th October 96, 11th December 96. This won't be returned as it is, because here if you observe, condition is on the same SID. So what is the benefit of having two SIDs? two columns with the same values. So that's why one is eliminated. So in the result, we will be just returned with the relational instance having 6 attributes, and here is the result. Is it clear? This is the equijoint condition में क्या आ गया सिर्फ आपके पास equijoint. And similarly, we have the natural join. In the natural join, we need not to provide the condition. Here, simply will omit the condition. Then question arises is how the system gets to know that what condition it needs to apply. So natural join means automatically it will take the condition that is for the equality of all the common fields. जितने भी common fields होंगे on the relational instances which we have taken as the input, those will be eliminated. So in this case, we can simply omit the join condition. The default is that the join is a collection of the equalities of all the common attributes. So if two relations have no common attributes, so it will be just behaving like the cross product. राइट क्योंकि कोई कंडीशन अप्लाई हमने की नहीं है, कोई भी एट्रीब्यूट्स डिस्कार्ड हो ही नहीं रहे. सो इफ no common attribute is there, then the result will be same as that of the cross product. And if more than one common attribute is there, whatever common attributes are there, all the common attributes will be discarded. It ensures that not to have two fields with the same name. If I'm going to apply this natural join on S1 and R1, so in S1 and R1, we had just one common attribute. We were having only one common attribute, that was the SID, that is SID. So here, if I'm going to apply the natural join on S1 and R1, result will be same as that of result. For this instance, result is same as that of equijoint. For this instance, I'm again repeating this point. Okay. So result क्या आएगा? I'm not constructing the table again. Result will be this one. Is this clear? Now let's move on to the last operator, that is the division operator. This operator is rarely used, but कहाँ पे use करते हैं? Whenever you are given with the condition like return the names of the sailors who have reserved all the boats. Okay, जहाँ पे भी all, every keywords are, if you are getting a keyword like all, every, each, then the division operator will be used. For example, retrieve the SIDs of the sailors, SIDs of the sailors who have reserved all the boats. Means जितने भी आपके पास distinct boat IDs है, all the boat IDs are having a combination with the SID, so that particular SID will be returned. Okay, so basically here what happens is in the numerator we will be having two attributes like A, X and Y. There is a relation A and other relation is B. So we are saying that we want to retrieve the values of A from the relation A, which is satisfying all the values of the relational instance B. This is Y. Okay. So how to execute this? First of all, we will be projecting X from A. Project X from A and take its cross product with Y. So with B लिख लो, that's fine. So basically when you are returning this, here we are getting one attribute. This is having one attribute. So we will be getting a table which will be having the attributes X and Y. This cross product is returning all the possible combinations, right? So first of all, we'll be taking the cross product and after that we will be subtracting the values which are available in the first instance. इससे क्या होगा? This is returning This is returning the values which are not available in X and Y. So this is returning the disqualified tuples, जो condition को satisfy नहीं कर रहे, disqualified tuples. But we want the tuples which are qualifying this condition. So for that, we need just the first operator. For example, I want the SIDs, right? So here we have the SID and the boat ID. X or Y को consider कर लो SID and the boat ID. This is the boat ID. I just want to retrieve the boat ID. So projecting SID, this is returning that which sailors have not reserved some boats. So it is returning the SIDs of the sailors which have not reserved all the boats, but I want the sailors who have reserved all the boats. So what we'll do is we'll project it from X and take the difference. So this is completely returning the qualified tuples. Qualified tuples. Make sense? So basically what it is doing, first of all, what we have taken is, we have taken the SIDs of the sailors, jitne bhi SIDs exist karti hain, we have taken all the SIDs and we are taking its cross product with the boat ID. Now what it will be returning? It will be returning कि कौन-कौन से sailors कौन-कौन सी boats को reserve कर सकते थे, right? So it is taking all possible combinations of SIDs and the boat IDs. Now we are subtracting. Here we are given with a relation which is representing that which sailor has reserved which boat. तो यहाँ पे आपने values को subtract कर दिया. Now जब आपने set difference लिया, this is returning the set of the sailors with the boat ID कि कौन से sailor ने कौन सी boat ID reserve नहीं की. So this is returning that which sailor has not booked, has not reserved the sailor ID, has not reserved uh, the boat. Okay. So I don't want the boat ID. I'm just interested in the sailor ID. So I have projected the sailor ID. So basically this is returning the SIDs of the sailors, those who have not reserved some boats, returning the SIDs of the sailors who have not reserved some boats. But हमें कौन से sailors की IDs चाहिए? Those who have reserved all the boats. So from the total set of SIDs means जिन्होंने सारी boats reserve की हैं वो भी आ जाएंगे, जिन्होंने कुछ boats reserve नहीं की वो भी आ जाएंगे. So from all the possible SIDs, we are subtracting the SIDs of the sailors, those who have not reserved some boats. So ultimately after this difference, we will be coming up with the SIDs of the sailors, those who have booked every boat. Okay, so this is the expansion of the division operator. This is the uh, operator used for division, and definitely you can see here we are using here the cross product, set difference, projection operator. So definitely division operator is also a derived operator. Make sense? So if we talk about the types of operators, division operator we have already discussed. So we have talked about two types of operators. Categories पूछ सकते हैं. We have talked about the basic operators and derived operators. In the derived operators, we have intersection, that is for intersection, join, and division operator. These are the derived operators. If we talk about the basic operators, we have the selection operator, projection operator, union, set difference, rename operator. These are the operators that we have discussed in today's session. And if we talk about the set operators, under the set operators, we have union, intersection, and set difference. So this is all about the basic operators of the relational algebra. I hope that this is clear to everyone. Anyone having any doubt? So I'll be sharing this PDF in another 5 minutes in the Telegram group, that is Shefali ma'am Testbook. And just after the session, just revise these concepts. Okay. So you will be having approximately 2.5 minutes before the master class. आप इन concepts को revise कर लो. And in the master class, we will be discussing the previous year questions, और जो भी आपकी queries होंगी, you can ask your queries in the master class. All the master classes are free. You need not to worry about the subscription. But if you want to cover the 100% syllabus in detail, then I'll suggest you to go for the super coaching. Let me show you that how you can follow the link for the subscription for the Telegram group. I hope my screen is visible. So this is the video that is currently going on. So just go to the description. यहाँ पे डिस्क्रिप्शन में जैसे ही आप शो मोड पे जाओगे, you will get the first link for the NIC master classes. Second link is for joining the NIC super coaching batch. Third link is for the GATE super coaching telegram group. Okay, so just follow this link in order to join the super coaching telegram group. This is not having any fees, so it's open for everyone. And in this group, I'm sharing all the important links of the sessions and the notes. Along with that, I'll be sharing the important announcements, because this is the only way through which I can communicate with you guys. And if you are interested in learning all the concepts of the gate starting from the scratch, you want all the detailed notes and mock test, everything, then just click on this link. It will take you to the gate page of the CSE branch, and here there are multiple tabs. You can see here courses, super teachers, demo classes. Demo classes are because whenever we are going to purchase anything or any course, then definitely we need to be confident enough that we are paying at the right place. So here demo classes are available. You can follow these demo classes. You can have a look over the profile of the super teachers. You can see that live series is there, in which we are going to cover the quick revision of all the topics in the live sessions. And along with that, there will be the live doubt solving sessions and the practice sessions. Mock test is included, study notes, detailed study notes are provided here for computer science, engineering mathematics, general aptitude, formula notes. Formula notes are basically the micro notes or the short notes, which will be helpful when you are revising your concepts like 1 month before the exam or 15 days before the exam, like that. So उस time पे हमें short notes की ज़रूरत होती है. So this will also be provided, and definitely there are lot many recorded sessions available from the various educators on the same concept. Full-fledged series भी आपके पास 4 series available है by the Gate Forum, by Digimento, by Nimbus, and by Testbook, that is me and my team. You can see the rating, and rating is obviously based on the content. So just have a look over the content and you will get the clarity. Okay. So if you want to join this, just go to the pricing, because here we have 3 plans for you guys: 3-year plan, 2-year plan, and 1-year plan. 3-year plan is basically for the freshers or for the students, those who are currently in the first or second year of BTech. 2-year plan is for the students, those who are in second or third year of BTech, and 1-year plan is for the final year or the students, those who are pass out. So you can see 1 year plan is for 13,499 after the discount. So this is recommended. If you want to get the extra discount, then you have to apply here the coupon code, that is Shefali, SHEFALIS. So apply this code to get the extra discount. So get extra 20% discount. This is valid only for our next 24 hours. Okay. So here you can go through it. Everything is there. So it's completely a transparent system. In case if you have any doubt, feel free to reach out to the textbook team or to me. मेरे तक आप पहुंच सकते हो through the Telegram group only. Okay. So this is all about the session. In the next session, we will cover, tomorrow we will be covering the concept of, okay, let's go to our slides back. So in tomorrow's session, we will be covering the concept of the structured query language. So before that, I want you to revise the concepts of relational algebra properly. Uh, and in the master class, we will be solving the previous year questions on the structured query language. Guys, Monday to Friday, I'm taking 2 sessions, one on the YouTube. Anyhow, both the sessions are free. इसके लिए सब्सक्रिप्शन की जरूरत नहीं है. YouTube session timing is 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. and same day we are having the master class on the same topic which we are covering in the YouTube, that is from 8 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Okay, and the main difference here is same topic का मतलब ये नहीं है कि same चीज cover करेंगे. YouTube पे हम लोग concepts cover कर रहे हैं and on the basis of the concepts which we are covering on the YouTube, PYQs will be covered in the master class. Okay, so this is all from my side. Master class कहाँ होती है? Master class is on the Testbook platform. But for this, you need not to pay anything. Next question मुझे मालूम है कि आप लोगों का आता है कि कहाँ पे available है. So let me show you. Oops, I guess there is something wrong. Okay. So master class is on Testbook platform. तो जैसे ही आप गेट पे जाओगे वहां पे आपके पास मास्टर क्लासेस की ऑप्शन आती है. Just check it out. Any other query? So master classes के लिए it's very very important to revise the concepts because उसी से आपको clarity होगी कि आपके concepts clear हुए नहीं हुए, are you able to solve the questions or not. अगर नहीं solve हो पा रहे तो I'll explain the questions properly, then you can relate that what we had covered in the theory and how we have to use that concept on the question. Okay, so ये transformation concept से question पे जो होगी that will be in the master class. Any other query? I guess there is no query. So, guys, please join the session at 8 p.m. sharp because 30 minutes का session है. अगर हम 5 minutes भी waste कर देते तो obviously एक question का time चला जाता है. Okay? So please don't be late and be on time. This is all from my side. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I'll see you in the master class. Bye bye.